Hello everyone, and welcome to another Howler for an Hour. This time we're checking out the game S.W.A.N, Chernobyl Unexplored. This seemed to be a bit of a spoopy environmental-based game of exploring kind of, Chernobyl. I mean, there's been a lot of derelict games based on that region of the world, and, well, region of... Yeah, that's... I guess you could say region of the city. I think it's getting rebuilt, right? I think Chernobyl has been partially repopulated at this point. I'm not actually entirely sure. I haven't really researched this. But regardless, I'm getting kind of Fallout vibes a little bit with some of this. Keep in mind, it did give us a photosensitive warning, so if you have epilepsy or are sensitive to flashing lights and etc., please be mindful and please keep that in consideration when watching this video. It looks interesting. It looked a little spoop. I'm not sure if it's spoop though. I'm going into this fairly blind as one does with spoop. At least I feel like that's a better way of doing it. So I guess we'll just find out together what exactly we have in store here. But of course, before we begin, if you like the video, do think about giving it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, think about doing that as well. But if you really want to help out, come over to Twitch. I'm trying to reach partner, but I need more viewers to do it. So whether you want to lurk or talk, think about coming by, because your number actually makes a big difference. We also have a pretty cool Discord community, if you want to check that out. And I have a Ko-fi link if you want to help directly monetize my content. All links are in the description, so check them out at your leisure. Now, Chernobyl is not being rebuilt. The coffin around the nuclear site is being reinforced. Okay, so they are building, just not that sort of building I thought they were building. They're building more to contain. So that site... Is there at any point where Chernobyl is going to be an area that could be reused for something else again? Or is it just going to be that way for centuries to come? I wonder. Regardless, let us begin and go get a radiation poisoning or something. Okay, so the beginning, okay. Oh, there is a... Okay. It's always weird to me when a menu of this sort of structure... D-pad doesn't work on this video. You have to use analog stick, I get it. Well, what sort of settings do we have? This is quite a... So, I think at this point, as you look at this really weird-ass menu, I want to point out, this is another game that was originally on Steam, and then was ported to the Switch. I could see they didn't really change the HUD. Originally, there were more graphical options because PC game. They removed most of those and just left that, and it looks really awkward. Okay, cool. That's nice. Subtitles are on, that's good. Okay. Well, let's just begin, I guess. That does not give me high hopes for this being a good port, but we'll see.
On the 26th of April, 1986, near the city of Pripyat in Ukraine, a disastrous catastrophe had taken place. The reactor Unit 4 of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant had broken down, which led to its explosion and subsequently to radioactive contamination of the vast area. In a short period of time, over 350,000 people were evacuated and resettled. A restricted zone was designated around this power plant, which extends to many kilometers. All buildings within this zone, including the surrounding city, were abandoned. At the beginning of February 1987, 9 months after the disaster, a team of scientists from the Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology, which measured radiation in this exclusion zone, received signals that proved the existence of people operating in this area. Also, various unexplained anomalies had been discovered, which could have resulted from a type of radiation previously unknown to scientists. It turned out that near the city of Pripyat, the S.W.A.N Institute was also located here. Its name comes from the abbreviation Syndrome Without a Name, the term given to the group of symptoms that do not occur in any known and catalogued disease. The facility was unofficially conducting a research program on unprecedented and very disturbing neurological and psychological disorders for many years.
Gotta say, I heard a lot of dumb acronyms in video games. That one's actually kind of neat.
After the disaster, the institute was omitted during the evacuation operation because it was not included on any map. only a few people from the USSR Ministry of Internal Affairs knew about its existence. But after the Chernobyl accident, they chose not to perform rescue operations on its territory. Scientists received details regarding the Institute's scope of activity from an anonymous person. The facility was top secret and cut off from the rest of the world. People were sent there from all over the globe, and each medical case was unique in its own way. Because of the extraordinary abilities resulting from unexplored and undiagnosed diseases, patients were a threat to the environment. They were caged up and lived in strict isolation. This entire situation was kept secret from people outside the government, other than the few
Oh yeah, the SWA.N thing is
who were
absolutely
made aware
creepy.
of the Institute's activities.
The first part was real history. The second part's
Scientists from the Moscow Institute, experts from the General Nuclear Inspectorate of Ukraine, and the rescue staff decided to send a special research and rescue expedition immediately to clarify the source of the anomalies and to save people who might still be alive. The group was commanded by Alexei Tokovsky, a rescue specialist.
Well known for his mustache.
After determining the exact coordinates of the facility, the group reached the place and got inside. However, all people were separated and lost contact with each other in unexplained circumstances.
Quite the extensive plot. We've been here for like over 5 minutes. So, I guess we're exploring this S.W.A.N Institute in Chernobyl. Neat. Well, it's a pretty good setup, I gotta say. Like, they made quite an interesting
To
plot.
all the people whose life changed irreversibly after the events of April 1986 in Chernobyl.
One of my teachers, the main reason the West knew of Chernobyl as early as it did. Really? That's kind of interesting. Studied at Moscow University when it happened and acted as the main translator at the only Western news outlet in Moscow. After all the official translators took an extended vacation. Huh. Oh, more cutscene. Or, is this, what are we looking at? So are we on the floor and it's very misty? Or is that... Oh, wow. Okay. All right, cool. Ooh, all right, then. Let me just pick up the journal. Okay. Oh, all right. It's very bright compared to the dark room we were in. Personal notes. The mission began on 10th of February 1987 at 8 a.m. The search and rescue expedition under my leadership consists of 7 people, including me. We are taking a helicopter flight to the S.W.A.N Institute. We intend to verify the data received from an anonymous informant. If the information is confirmed, we will have a scandal in Chernobyl's Institute of Chernobyl's magnitude on our hands, and even a bigger one. Other nations will get interested in the issue soon, especially that since the nuclear reactor disaster, all eyes are on us. It is strange that despite this, nobody else had found out about this facility's existence. I am not intending on keeping it a secret, but for now, the priority is to rescue the poor souls who are most likely still in the Institute's premises. We have medication, rescue equipment, and highly trained people. And then we got the rescue leader, medical doctor, rescue member, ×5. Okay, cool. I could say all these names, but then I would be butchering Russian pronunciations, and I'd rather not. So, I'm good. Let's see, how do we close this then? L? Okay, there it is. Alright, let's see here. Okay, can I take this light? I would appreciate this light. There we go. Oh my. I guess this is our... Okay, bag. Sure, let's see what we got here. Okay, so... Yep, I can tell this is another game that was meant to be played on mouse and keyboard and was ported to the Switch without a lot of thought put into it. The options menu kind of already clued me in on that, but I'd like to note this. I currently am hovering over... See the equipment menu on the left? I'm currently hovering over the torch. That's that weird cylindrical thing. Apparently that's a flashlight. It looks like some sort of ancient scroll, but apparently it's a torch. Torch. A solid Soviet torch in a bulletproof casing. Reliable, resilient like a tank. Now, if I hit right, we can select the journal to the next of it. Journal. Alexei Tverkovsky's journal. Do you know something that's going on, though, when I select between the two different items? Or when I select like the slot below one of the items. Do you see the issue? There's absolutely no indicator of what I'm selecting. I'm pretty sure this was meant to be played on mouse and keyboard, with the mouse cursor being obviously hovered over the equipment slot. Ergo, the mouse itself would tell you what you're hovering over. Since there is no mouse, because this is a unfortunately slightly lazy port, now I just have invisible cursor. Invisible cursor. I have selected the bottom left box. You can't even tell, but I have selected that. Yeah, so that's a bit of a shame. That's a little bit annoying. Oh well. Okay, let's start exploring then. The door is jammed. Okay. Damn, I should get some bread for that jam. Goodbye, Alexei. I'm not leaving yet. Okay, what other buttons do we have? X to jump. Oh, what? Jump? Oh, I can press Y to turn the flashlight on off. I can jump. Okay, it feels like the game got very quiet, but we'll keep playing for a bit. They took my home away. It's dangerous here. Okay, I see. Thank you for writing that in big text. Yeah? Hello? Okay, I guess the game still has loud enough stings. Alright, so... Can I just jump on random shit? No. No, I can't. Shame. Alright. I don't know. By the way, I like the music chord. It's like, oh my, it's a room. Ooh, scare chord. Okay, there's nothing here. Maybe I missed something. Perhaps I missed some sort of scare. I don't know. Alright, what we got here? Ah, I don't know what this says. Bulletin board, maybe, or something like that? What do I got here? Jammed. Okay. Nope. I got flashy lights. Photosensitive warning after all. Like a flickering light to kind of hurt the eyes. Well, that door's obviously welcoming. What's down here, though? Another door. It's, the door is locked with a key. Okay. Controls are a little weird. There's a little floaty on controller. Like, some of it is a minor bit of input lag, but the capture software, but for the most part, let's see what we got here. Since the incident, the telephone has been ringing less and less. I hope that Professor Kadanovsky knows what he's doing, especially now that the anomalies keep getting stronger and the patients are getting more detached by the day. I myself barely manage to cope mentally. Let me randomly stamp 2 parts of the paper now with a seal. All right. Let's see what we got here. Fridge. Okay. Hello, phone. I vaguely hear phone sounds. It's very quiet. Can't say I was expecting the phone to explode. Can't say I was expecting booby trap phone. Though I was more confused than scared by that. Like, oh, okay. Oh, the room changed. I think the layout changed. All right then. Yeah, there's definitely a hallway there a minute ago, but now there isn't. I hate when people blow up at me over the phone. Okay, here. Gimme. Detector. Oh, great. Detector, you say? Hold on. All right, let me blindly select it. One moment. K-type, an ionizing radiation detector, detects radioactive pollution and shows its level. Okay, sure. Can I use that? I assume it gets used automatically. I've left the detector in the locker for you. It'll come in handy when that damnation appears again. Please turn off the light when it's close by. Don't ruin it, please. I hope we meet again alive. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin that abomination. It's already an abomination. Can I even ruin it? I'm gonna check a sound level on something. Kind of curious. Audio and graphics. Audio. Well, let me look at that a little bit carefully. So everything's at 1. Okay. It feels like the general like audio of the environment is a lot quieter than the music volume when it pops in, but oh well, whatever. Guess I'll live with it. Jammed. Game saved. Good. Somebody played an arcade game? What's this sound? Is the audio loud enough, by the way? Let me know if you want it louder. Obviously, the jump scares would be louder too, but, you know. What is that sound? Music is coming out a window or something. Something the sound I expected to hear. That looks important. It's just a badge. That was the radio? It sounded really far away. Apparently that was a radio. Oh, I can check things now. Oh. Computer. Enter password. Wow, what's the screen? At least I have a visible cursor for this. Alright, let's see. Tape. Cassette. Okay, I have a cassette. Safe unavailable. Alright. Also known as locked, I suppose. To our revered comrade Tadanovsky, with kindest regards. Dear Andrea, our friend, we, your party comrades, would like to express our pride of your membership. Your input is invaluable. You're one of the founding blocks of our ever-growing community. We are deeply convinced that your work will keep on strengthening both our friendship and the party's might. Thank you for your arrival at the official decoration ceremony. Please remember, you can always count on us. Long live the Ukrainian Socialist Soviet Republic. Long live the USSR. I'll follow you knew. Let's see. Oh. Hey. By the way, there's like acceleration in the movement. It kind of sucks.
Case was exciting and nightmarish at the same time. 1. I have no idea why, but this monotonous and seemingly funny melody made this woman appear from practically nowhere. 3.
The radio.
It is a contrast of sorts. How a completely innocent sound was a foretelling or an omen of the atrocity to come. 9. Horrifying beauty. 4.
Oh, okay. 1394. Thank you for keeping track of that, Fair. I actually didn't realize he was giving me a code for a bit. So that song is the harbinger of doom. I see now. Okay. Yeah, it may seem like I'm swinging my camera around drunkenly, but it's actually just because there's really weird acceleration with the analog. Again, it's very clear this game was meant for mouse and keyboard. And controller support exists a bit better in this game than the last game we played, but it's still not great. Welcome to the S.W.A.N. Institute system. Loading files. Loaded. Kadowski computer. System active. Alright, let's read the notes. Oh, this font is great. I love this. This is very good to read. I am convinced of the existence of font S.W.A.N. factor. Since the beginning, I believe it is achievable. And why are the words cutting into the scroll bar? Since the beginning, I believe it is achievable. And L, I could dictate it. Okay, it's not cutting in. It just looks like it is. I could dictate it. If that were not the case, this whole project, institute, equipment, personnel, none of this would exist. This computer's format. It's freaking shit. Everything comes down to one thing. There is one goal to it all. Discovering extraction of a factor which makes each individual case unique among all the medical cases collected here, which displays its own abilities. The military is expecting results. As long as they're paying, the works will continue. The binding capsule is a remarkable device, just like the mind reader. Oh, okay. Since the beginning, it was our most ambitious project, even though it was, and still is, creating an extremely difficult time for us. It's not made to create, but to destroy. When it all got out of control, the damned incident started to cause all those sick events. We had to look for a rescue. Who would have helped us? The party? The mystery? Fuck them. It's too late now anyway. Alright. The thought of knowing now the history of the beginning of the Institute has become in my mind for quite some time now. How do I scroll this? Oh, that's fucking... Wow. So not built for control. The construction of the S.W.A.N. Institute has begun at the beginning of the 1970s. The whole operation was oversought? I don't think that's how you spell that. By me, medical science professor Andrew I'm just going to call you Kata. It's easier. Kata. I was also designated by the USSR ruling party as the director of the facility. The first meaningful decision for me was to make the location of the institute. It is not accidental. The facility is placed near a peaceful town of Pripyat, which is just being built. A nuclear power plant was under construction in the nearby Chernobyl at the time, which was supposed to provide clean atomic energy. I thought the surrounding area would be well guarded, nobody would dare to bother the people in the facility. The institute is a high-security facility surrounded by a tall wall and hidden in a forest. In 1973, the first patients arrived. In the following years, it kept on growing and was extended to accommodate more patients, with new wings and new wards being added. Huh. Alright, that's nice, I guess. Let's open the safe. Status X. I would like status V, thank you. Much better. Right. So that radio indicates bad things. Shush. Oh. Well, that's actually mildly unsettling. Let's see. Right. Can I close doors? Shush! Stop. Bad. Well, I think I have to walk out there. There's no hiding spot here. Hi, how you doing? Ah, I see. You are radioactive. Good to know. I guess I'll go this way. Wait, what's this do? Oh, you're still there. I'm gonna turn off the light and get her to go away. Okay. Color be curious. What do you do if I walk past? Oh, I can't even... there's an invisible wall. This guy isn't in a rad suit? That's actually a good point. Wait, what if I just keep the light off? She's not there with the light off? That's weird. Okay. That was actually kind of unsettling. I gotta give him credit. Like, that's... I prefer something like that over a jump scare where it's like, I get to just look at the thing. As if it weren't enough, the telephones have started exploding. I know, right? I didn't see that note before. Kid logic. If I can't see it, it's not there. Granted, it wasn't in the... Only visible by the overhead light, not by the flashlight. Interesting, that. Alright, let's open this. What's that? Actually, seriously, what is this? Huh. Okay.
For some time now, the dimensions have been increasing. It is time to end this. Luckily, we were able to finish the mind reader prototype. Connecting it to a human brain was troublesome at first, but the procedure gives expected results, and the device can be used after entering the intermediary room. Something incredible was achieved here, something gargantuan. First there was Gagarin, and the first man travels into space. And now, we are also multidimensional travelers. If only the world could hear about this.
That did not make a lot of sense to me. But, you know, multidimensional travel is not something I've experienced. Let's see here. Whose computer is this? Loading files. Loaded. Control room. Binding capsule? Okay. Binding capsule management system. Inactive. Description. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that much. The mind reader system, one of the inventions comes from Professor Kada, the director of S.W.A.N. Institute. In recent years, the previous visits have become so deep a visit they have begun to seep through to new parallel dimensions that run alongside our reality and to imprint on them. The need for understanding these visions and the essence of the evolution have pushed the Institute's personnel to construct a special device that allow the user to travel to such dimensions. So, S.W.A.N. Institute engineering team, led by... Oh, that actually could be cool. Professor Kada created a prototype of the mind reader device. It consists of two key elements. The mind capsule. An innovative technology was used to create the capsule to allow the connection between the device's body and the user's mind. This solution is also a security measure against the use of the mind reader by unauthorized individuals. After completing the procedure via the user's mind with the mind reader, the user is able to see portals to other dimensions created by the patients. Oh, cool. They're shaped in the form of dark spheres. After entering the dimension, the transition to intermediary room takes place and opens the pathway to the chosen dimension. Okay. Mind reader, core device. This device is the size of a classic sidearm. Okay. It is activated at the point of entry to a spherical portal. The device is used to detect thoughts created by patients and hidden in parallel dimensions. After the discovery of the first dimensions, the engineering teams constructed a prototype test of the mind reader. During the test, they found out the expansion of the dimensions can be stopped by destroying particles of thoughts which they contain. FPS the thoughts. Got it. Which is why the mind reader was upgraded with the thought obliteration pistol. Alright, good. You know, a normal pistol also obliterates thoughts when you think about it. Calibration. Turn on or something. No, fuck. It selects the bottom option for some reason every single time. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now it's green. Let's just enter it. Why not? Are you telling me S.W.A.N. could unlock the furry division but they focus on warfare technology? Aw. I don't think they were focused on warfare technology per se either. I guess I entered the capsule? I suppose? I entered it and now I'm in the same place? But am I? Well, the phone still exploded there. Wait, this didn't stretch on this way before. Run. How? Oh, that's how. I held down a trigger and figured out you can indeed run. Wait, what am I running from? Okay. It's just telling me how to run, just, you know, just in case. Burb! I don't know why, but burb. Okay, jammed. I should probably check the doors. I just kind of ran past doors because I expected a chase sequence. They're probably all jammed. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. I don't like how it told me to run and then gave me multiple pathways. That makes me a little concerned. Do not follow this path. Why? Turn back. Why? You can't just tell people what to do. You gotta give them information. It's a trap. That's fine. Too late! Okay, well, it's only because you got in my way. And then Admiral Akbar pops up. Oh, shit, hi. Oh no, you can go through walls. I'm fine. It's fine. I feel like I had to do that, actually. Admiral Akbar, was that you? Let's see. Door's locked with key. Chief nurse. I made progress. I guess I had to do that. Ward 1. Jabbed. Control room. '20th November 1986. Description and observations. Patient with numerous first and second degree burns of the whole body. That's not fun. But not displaying any damage to the neurological system. A lightning attractor particle was discovered in the patient's body, causing her to get hit by lightnings. Plural? Okay. 7 times per day. Lichtenberg figures, colored brown and bluish red, form on her whole body. The patient possesses a special ability of summoning ball lightnings that follow her steps. That's such a weird way of putting it, but okay. I could summon ball lightnings. Alright. Let's see, what we got here? Key. Well, that is useful. I'll take that. The good thing I don't really need to mess with the inventory very much because, god damn, the inventory system is not fun to go through. Alright, let's open this. Ow. It pushed me. Alright, Chief's nurse's room. Alright. TV's gonna turn on and try to freak us out in a minute. Get ready. Get ready for the TV to do something freaky. It will. 27th January 1987. It's getting worse. All employees are living in fear. We do not have control over anything anymore. Patients used to get locked up for safety behind armed doors, but it is us who have to stay behind them now. This whole ward was a joke from the beginning. Humane conditions and good care have never existed here. Those people's diseases made us see them as wild animals, and now everything is turned against us. The worst thing is there's no escape out of here. The hunt has already begun. Oh. Wait a minute. Are these important? Okay, well, we had, like, blue burb, and then we have blue dress. Is that a... What's the term for it? It kind of looks like a... That's not quite the same as a Marinoshka doll. I think that's how you say it. But let's see. We have a blue burb. We have a blue dress... Red-blue lady. We have chicken. And we have polka dot dress lady. I don't know. That's not very nice. Well, I hope you don't turn on the spooky TV. That would really scare me. Well, these look important. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Matryoshka dolls. They're the ones that, That's not very nice. Turn off the torch. Okay. Oh, I'll keep it off. I admit, I wasn't expecting that just to be in the corner I was standing in. Ah, blood. I mean, the spooks actually aren't too bad. They're very... There are unsettling vibes here. Okay, what's this? The fact that it's not jump scary is actually appreciated. Oh. It's Psychic Floating Guy. Psycho Mantis! You good? Alright, well, you have fun with that. Okay. I see you play Sweet Coden. Oh, is this a situation where I should be running or... Oh. Damn it, I need to plug in the second controller. Or I won't win this fight. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't just expecting to casually turn left and see this warping effect. Alright. So also, the plot so far really does feel like it's ripped right out of Metal Gear. You know, during the intro cinematic with how long it was going on, I almost felt like saying, geez, if they keep this up much longer, it's going to be as long as a Metal Gear Solid intro. So I'm getting some weird Metal Gear vibes, too. Okay. Who are you?
I am an entity born from experiments that had been taking place in this institute.
I guess I'm talking to a ball?
Those who had witnessed my creation called me the S.W.A.N phenomenon. I developed my own consciousness, and I exist trapped between reality and abstract space-time.
That kind of sounds like a shit deal. What experience were those? Why were they undertaken?
I was never a regular person, even though I vividly remember the time when I lived free as a human. My condition was incredibly difficult, and no medical doctor could help me. The symptoms increased to such a point, I was becoming a danger to myself and my surroundings. I then got rejected by my family and persecuted by various people. They tried to kill me.
Keep talking.
One day, I received a message from a professor who said he was familiar with my case and thought he could try to help me. He claimed to be the founder and director of a specialist facility for people with rare, unknown, and dangerous ailments. I was supposed to be put to various tests and undertake experimental treatment methods.
The professor, was that Kaidanovsky?
Yes, Professor Andrei Kaidanovsky.
Yeah, I said it right.
I saw you getting into his office. Even his nose speak of what despicable man he is.
What exactly happened when you got here?
Departure for the Institute was a blessing to me. An escape from a life full of suffering and becoming sicker by the day. Only here was I given a glimpse of hope, a slight shadow of a chance for a cure. For the first time, someone had reached out a helping hand. When I met Kaidanovsky, he was extremely kind-hearted, promising his full involvement in my conditions research and attempts to bring me back to full health.
What was next?
Everything changed when the research has started. I very quickly realized that something else was the main objective here, but it was too late to back out. People like me got locked up in here and were kept by force. They were used for research on obtaining and isolating the so-called S.W.A.N factor for the Soviet Army's needs, apparently.
Okay, they were weaponizing it. What is that
It is a
factor? Oh my god.
Present in anybody infected with the S.W.A.N type disease. It makes them unique and grants special abilities, not necessarily good ones. According to the professor, due to the incredible power of my symptoms, I was a great potential source. At the same time, the level of complexity of my illness was extremely high. Experimental methods used by Kaidanovsky did nothing. It frustrated him greatly, triggered some inhuman instincts, even drove him mad. He'd work on my case for hours. I was not indifferent to that. I was suffering and feeling inhuman pain.
You were not indifferent to... You sound very indifferent. I just want to note that. I'm just like, let me tell you my backstory. It doesn't really interest me, but here's how I was suffering for many years. I don't really care. What happened to you then?
Thanks to the power of all the devices constructed especially for me, the factor had finally left my body by itself. It divided into two separate entities, light and shadow.
I'm just saying, he seems kind of bored, like...
You could say that the original me died. However, my consciousness keeps on living in those two elements separated by the factor.
He feels like a bored teacher trying to teach class the full history of a civil war or something. I don't know. It just... just seems so... whatever. Where's the light part?
At this moment, I have to warn you. The portal you've located, thanks to the Mind Reader, did not appear for no reason. Mind Reader was created in this institute to find those portals and destroy the dimensions they lead to. But for the portal to form and the creator to be able...
Even better, it's like he's
to
teaching
work
some dry math
something
equations or something.
terrifying is required. If you have special abilities, it is possible to possess a person's life essence through murder and modify space-time to a point.
Uh-huh.
The existence of each portal means somebody's death.
Keep talking? Hasn't he said enough at this point? Let's Cliff's Notes this.
Portal's creation.
Oh, no.
It
Yeah.
is not to... You shall find out.
Oh my god, there was still 3 fucking massive paragraphs that I skipped through. I'm sorry, but that's a little too much. That's a little too much. That was a little too top heavy on text. I think we can all agree there. Oh, but here, let's read something else immediately afterwards. The lore is kind of losing me because it's just too much. Memory wasteland, as if it has become my second home. I'm starting to lose my senses while looking for other people's memory scraps. So they can replace my own memories. The more they do, the more I wonder what makes any sense. At the end of the day, my patients tired. They escape from anything that can see from the inside. It's too well to know that these people present a danger to the surroundings. They have created their own world that's free. I'm here stuck and destroy everything. You speak to Kate when I next return to the institute. So, like, here's the thing about me and lore. I try not to be impatient with it, but if I'm playing a game and I don't know anything about it, and the game wants to lore dump me really heavily, I have a threshold, and if you pass that threshold, like you throw too much at me, I'm going to lose interest in your plot. Like, there's so much I want to take in a plot, but like, you gotta provide me gameplay. Why is there so much? Yeah, why after an info dump, let me read 2 fucking journals, right? Because that's exactly what I want to do after a giant info dump. Portal, bliss, neither pain nor fear, everything bad disappears. Incredible powers arisen. Freedom, escape, tempt the patient. Freedom, escape, tempt the LPer, the streamer. Wishes to escape with freedom. And let's use a computer. Kingdom Hearts can be infinite, but it's got like lots of gameplay though, so it's fine. I don't mind reading Kingdom Hearts plot, even though it's silly at times. Yeah, fuck you. I think I've read this actually. No, this is the intermediary room. It's a shelter in the mind reader system, basically. There, I shortened for you. Hey, look at me, Cliff's Note. Aren't I great? Wait, how do I... It's just got a description. Alright, well. Alright, oh, here we go. What do we got? Take out the mind reader, sure. Thought catching mode, destroy thought particles 3 mode power. See, here's gameplay. Why did you top heavy all the lore before getting to the part where I get to shoot thoughts? Whatever that means, which is definitely interesting. But using the B and locate a thought particle on the side holding ZR, then aim to capture it. Okay. Okay. Bedrock's silly. We're on top of the nether. See, I'm glad I skipped the lore dump, right? I'm a little confused how this works. Thought catching mode. Hold on. Launch mode 1 thought catching mode by using... Oh, wait a minute. I get it. I have to like... Oh, okay. I have multiple modes. There's 4 modes of this gun. This is thought catching mode, and then I aim to capture it. Oh. You have fallen to unknown space. I guess I died. Didn't know that wasn't solid. Wait, where am I? Okay. Wait, is this also like... Okay. Am I supposed to be... Is this right? Am I doing this right? Wait, locate a thought particle in the sky. Wait a minute. It says to locate one in the sky. Oh, by holding ZR. Oh, okay. I gotta, like, detect it. Okay. Well, I think I understand now. There's one. Got it. Collect the ammunition of fully access mode 2. Thought obliteration mode. Got it. The fuck? Okay. Just gonna ignore that for now. So wait, how do I... So, wait. So it's way up there. So I have to like... How do I get it? How do I like actually get it? B? A? It says you already did. Okay, but it says collect ammunition of fully access mode 2, right? Mode 2 Doesn't work. Oh god. It seems like I need more ammo. Or something. And it's just... I don't feel like I actually collected that, because it's just hanging up there. Run into the random red thing? Okay. Maybe the... Wait, you think maybe looking at the thing in the sky spawned the red thing and now I gotta run into the red thing? Sure, whatever. Let's try it. Tried 1 unit of trigomonthonine for the flat obliteration mode. Alright. Well, that gave me some energy. Alright, that's... This is very weird. Oh god. I thought those were the thoughts I needed to obliterate because they look dangerous. Okay, other than these cubes are just appearing randomly, so I feel like I'm just gonna fall again. Okay, so I just grab enough energy, I guess. Okay. Just cubes. I think if they are white, I can actually stand them at least. Do you want me to destroy that? Oh god, the way this controller works. The way the controller works in this switch port is not comfortable. Not for a specific aiming. Yeah, that is indeed a thought particle. Wait, there's a blue one now. What's that do? Click animation to access mode 3, shadow obliteration mode. Okay. Alright. You mean that? Is that for that? Oh. Oh wait. Alright, I see. Oh god damn it. Fucking... You know, I love playing tutorials for, like, gameplay mechanics where random pitfalls appear while I'm doing the tutorial and I can just fall through and have to redo the tutorial. Good, really good game design, isn't it? Like, don't you guys love doing tutorials for video games where there just randomly pits appear while you're trying to learn the tutorial? Good times. Like, seriously, I'm just, like, trying to focus on, like, okay, what do I do here? Alright, sure. And then I'm just, like, falling down a pit. And now let's redo everything. Good game design. Excellent. We need to beat... It's almost like I'm being punished for, like, reading the side of the screen and learning the mechanics. It's like, I'm sorry, did you not see that hole that appeared underneath you? Well, you should have been reading text now, shouldn't you have, mister? It's like, I don't know. I guess I don't need to collect all these, though. I just need to shoot that one. There. Let's look at all these pits appear more and more and more. It's like, what the fuck is this? Who thought this was a good idea? Like, why did they even think that? Like, oh yeah, we're gonna have this tutorial area and... Oh, we'll just make the player fall through pits, though. The pits have nothing to do with the, Of course, the pits have absolutely nothing to do with the gameplay. It's just, you know, we're gonna have that there. You know, the pits have absolutely nothing to do with the gameplay, but let's totally just put it there, because, you know, just be cool for some reason. Light obliter. Oh, shit. Who wants to bet that guy will just insta-kill me, too? Alright. Destroy the... Oh, shit. Okay, I see. I see. I got a shadow monster killer and I got a light monster killer. And also I gotta avoid all these pits and deal with the enemies. Alright. Cool. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, hold on. Are you fucking... Too much radiation. That guy walked up to me. And I guess since the tutorial was over, I guess he did radiation damage now. Oh, the enemy. Probably the enemy. I think during the tutorial section, the enemy didn't generate radiation, but totally did after. What the fuck? Do you notice me like running away from him and shit too? Oh, this, you know, they're trying to do some unique gameplay mechanics, but let me put it very simply. This controller port job is bad. It's not good. It is not a good controller port. Or not a good switch port on this controller, like on this Pro controller. This should probably be more accurate on mouse and keyboard. This is not accurate. Watch. Watch me just tap right on the analog stick. Watch how much the cursor moves. Also, listen to the tap. Some of this delay is because of the capture card, but some of the delay is absolutely the game. I know that because, while the capture device does create a little teeny bit of lag, it's honestly not that much for most games. But this... I'm just quickly flicking my thumb against that stick, by the way. That's bad. It's very bad. I wasn't really bringing it up before because I usually just put up with that sort of thing, but yeah, it's now that they're like, let's try. Yeah, what the hell, man? Like, if the pits in the ground weren't enough, these guys apparently can radiation kill me from a huge distance away, I guess. So that's cool. Keep in mind, I have to aim. Keep in mind, let me point out something. I have to aim at these enemies for a extended period of time to kill them. Since they also do me radiation damage when I'm close to them, what does that mean? What's the only way that I can kill something? What's the only way I can kill those guys without them killing me? The only way I can see to do it is this: run away while moving backwards, because I have to aim at them, right? Of course, what's the problem of aiming? What's the problem of sprinting backwards in this area? What's the problem with sprinting backwards here? It's pretty obvious if you think about it. You can't see. More specifically, I can't see pits I'm maybe running towards. Why the fuck are there holes here again? What exactly did this add to this mechanical, you know, teaching setup? As far as I can tell, absolutely nothing. So you don't have to be very accurate. Alright, so these shadow enemies will do radiation damage once we're quote-unquote out of the tutorial, so I'm just gonna run the fuck away from this guy. He's actually fairly fast, by the way. You may not see it, but... You know, these pits would probably be a little bit better if it wasn't for the fact that it was dark pits on black and white / gray ground. Like, it's not easy to see the pits, especially at a glance. What I'm doing right now is I'm collecting a ton of ammo before I actually kill that guy, because I feel like I should collect all the ammo for the section where they start doing radiation damage. Otherwise, they'll kill me very, very quickly, so. Also, it's really hard to tell what the range of my gun is. I thought I had to get somewhat close to them, but no, that's apparently not the case, because radiation damage. Also, these pits do not despawn, mind you. Once there's a pit, there's a pit. That's all there is to it. Okay. Okay, now for the light enemies. Can I do this? Okay, good. So now everybody's coming after me. Pits are still forming. Gotta take some white turrets so they don't get me. Just want to gather a bunch of this energy so they can just fire away, right? Okay. Alright, cool. I see that it started to aim it. That's good to see. I thought you didn't have to be specific, really super specific with the beam, but apparently you do. Or maybe they do have to get kind of close to you, which is really perplexing considering fucking radiation's a thing. Alright, hold on. Well, let's go. I'm very confused how this. Yeah, no. Wait, why? It is the enemies. It is the enemies. That's so bullshit. No. Wait, actually, what is... No, seriously, what is doing that? The white enemies are doing that. I guess? One would presume. One would presume it's the white enemies doing that. This is bullshit. Oh, for fuck off. I'm not entirely sure what causes me radiation right now. Also, the chat box, the stream does not show most of the chats. Yeah, some of them... Oh! That's fine. That's okay. That's fair. It's like erected. Oh, I guess he's dead now. Alright. Destroy the remaining thought particles. Love to! Wait! Are you fucking with me right now? I think the game wants me to... Fuck! The game wants me to destroy thought particles in the air while being chased by these assholes. Alright, cool. So in other words, I gotta stop for a second. No! No, I don't know what's doing it, but no. Why? What is even... No! What the fuck? Okay, I'm done with this game. Seriously, though, what is causing the radiation? It's not the enemies themselves. I've been right next to them with no radiation. Perhaps they're doing some sort of attack? But I was, like, running the fuck away from wherever I was, quote-unquote, getting attacked there. Is it the edge of the arena has radiation? You know what this reminds me of? Shadow of Chernobyl. It's a good series of games. There's actually radioactive, like, anomalies and stuff that you can't see with basic visibility half the time. But there's, like, scatters and stuff you can use to see them, and they would kill you. But there's ways to detect them. Even with a naked eye, you could still go like, oh, this, like, there's some wind here. I gotta be careful. There's always an indicator, and there's a clear indicator if you have the right tools. They could be bullshit, but once you learned how they worked so bad. And you can figure out what you're doing them. And this is not that. This is not reasonable like that. I think it's the edge. Well, you know what? Let's go one more go. I'm done, but let's go one more time. Because I'd like to know myself. I'd like to know if the... I'm just going to go to the edge. Let's go see what the edge does to us. Yep, the edge of the arena kills you. Despite there being no indicator of the edge of the arena being dangerous to hang near. Now, granted, I could understand falling off the ledge at the edge. That could kill you, makes sense. But, does anybody feel like that is, at all reasonable? Because I don't. Why would you just make, like, if you really want the edge of the arena, why do you want the edge of the arena? What the fuck is your tutorial? What the fuck is your tutorial, game designer? You got all these assholes chasing you down. You got all these pits forming where you just fall and die instantly. For no apparent reason. They constantly spawn, mind you. If I waited here, like, 3 hours, I bet this whole area would be nothing but pits and I couldn't navigate. Because it just keeps forming new pits. And then you make the edge radioactive. What the fuck is your problem, game designer? You're giving the player a new tool that's very complex, mind you, with 4 different modes. You're telling them to kill a bunch of enemies, rushing them down, while trying to avoid falling into pits, while also trying to capture thought particles in the air. I think the end step is basically I gotta, like, kill some dudes and then, like, find a moment of reprieve, and then scan the air and look for thought particles. Oh boy, before another enemy, because the enemies keep spawning, mind you. They keep coming. So even when you kill one, you only have a brief break. So what the fuck is up with this tutorial developer? This is pathetic and stupid. This feels like some sort of like last into the game sort of challenge at best, you know? Not, hey, you just got this gun, let me just try to fuck you over while you learn how to use it. Yeah, fuck you, developer. Seriously. I don't normally explain to the developers, but this is kind of an explain to the developer moment for me. Because all that shit is hard enough as it stands, and then you also make the edge of the arena radioactive without any sort of indicator that it is dangerous? I mean, I died to it multiple times without even knowing it was killing me, simply because there's literally nothing there visually telling the player that that would hurt you. This is not a, like, it was kind of interesting. I didn't mind, like, at first I was kind of into this because, like, I kind of like the enemy models are kind of interesting, and I like that it didn't really resort to jump scares so much as, like, unsettlingness. So, like, there are some good spoops here and there at the beginning, but one, it lore dumped super hard, and I ended up skipping some of the lore because it was doing it way too much. It really, this game, the intro cinematic made it very clear that this game is very much in love with its own plot, and that's fine if the plot is handled well in a video game, but when I say a game is in love with its own plot, it's kind of effectively like when you have somebody write a shitty story, and then they share it to all their friends and stuff, and you know, you gotta improve as an as a writer, as well as any other profession. So I understand writing a bad story and needing to improve on it. But have you ever run into one of those people where they make something and they think it's the greatest shit ever, they share with everyone, and they expect people to like it because, oh, you know, this is the best story since fucking Shakespeare. Like, you know, like, I did a fucking great job. Like, listen, it's good to have confidence in yourself, but it's also good to be realistic, and also realize that just because you enjoy doing something doesn't mean everybody else will enjoy it too. Sometimes developers, I think, get a bit stuck up their own ass about that, unfortunately, where they think they made this amazing story and everybody's going to get really engaged. But the thing is, they're engaged because they're the developer. They got to consider the player, though. The player and the developer are completely separate entities with completely separate motivations and priorities and interests, and you've got to consider the player, not just your own personal interest in whatever you're developing. So whether it's a game, a story, music, art, doesn't matter. If it is something to be shared with others, you got to consider others. But on top of that, like, not only did it fall in love with its own, so I skipped the plot, I skipped the lore because I wanted to get the gameplay, right? So that's one thing with me. I'm totally fine with a game with a lot of lore, but it has to also give me a lot of gameplay. It's got to engage me with player engagement to be given the privilege of giving me a lot of lore. Basically is how I treat games. That's why I'm cool with good RPGs and stuff. I mean, those have a lot of story in them, but they also add on to that really good gameplay. They break up the lore and the gameplay with each other in a good balance. So I skipped the lore, wanting to get to the gameplay. We got to the gameplay, and the gameplay, when it actually started evolving into having that weapon of sorts, it's shit. And we could, like, even if I had gotten past that tutorial, what I learned from that tutorial room is that the game developer did not consider balance, good information, like, just telling information that's important to the player, like, hey, this will kill you. Hey, the edge of this arena will kill you. I'm not going to tell you that, though. I'm not going to indicate that to you. You're just going to fucking figure it out. And then you're going to restart a section. And if we had gotten past that point, I'm pretty sure the game would be disbalanced past that point as well. Because I didn't see anything there that was really considering the player. It really felt like it was just going to dick the player over because that's how the designer wanted to design it. They weren't thinking for the player's sake and the player's ability to learn, experience, and enjoy that gameplay. So, yeah, in addition, the controls are not great. Some of the latency, some of the lag I had is due to the fact that it is via capture card that I'm playing. So there's a little bit of lag introduced by that, but I have played numerous action games on the Switch. You can check Howler for an hour Switch episodes, where I was able to play them quite successfully despite that little bit of input lag, because it wasn't that much. It's not that much. So the input lag I was experiencing here with this game was due to this game. And more specifically, due to this being probably a lazy port, because it's very clear from the options menu to some of the other control things like the inventory and how we had no cursor in there, that this is originally on Steam, was ported to the Switch, but it was not ported with a lot of professionalism / care and attention to detail. Much like, unfortunately, the Chef that we played before, Chef's Tale. So shame. It's a shame to see these lazy Switch ports, because if you port a game correctly, it can be just as good as what it came from originally. If you make concessions, change some controls, make some accessibility options, add some accessibility options here and there, consider the new experience for the player. Unfortunately, I don't think this game ever considered the player in the first place, even with the Steam release all that heavily. I'm guessing the Steam release probably aims better, but more or less has the same problems we experienced here. But in any case, that was S.W.A.N. Chernobyl Unexplored. There is some work put into this. Don't get me wrong. I definitely saw some potential here, but it's squandered and held poorly. This is just a bad balance, and it doesn't consider the player correctly. This game is not a fun game, to put it simply. But in any case, that was my little mini rant outro for S.W.A.N. Chernobyl Unexplored. I would not recommend picking this one up, even on the Steam version.